coffee prepared yesterday, and yesterday when I was doing the final shot, I was making coffee with it and drinking it, so I was a little bit, it's strong coffee. And why, you see glass cup, and why I need coffee in it? Because the cap with black coffee will be reflecting light much different than the empty cap or with clear water. So when you will be shooting glossy caps with liquid, make sure that you put liquid in it. And well, when you put a real liquid, real color, in this case it's dark, almost black, you will get different reflection from different to what you would get from empty one. So this is important. And let's see how it will look like. It's nasty, it doesn't really look nice, the foam on top, but it's okay, I mean the cream on top, because we're just setting up. Once we're done, we'll turn it on and it will make nice coffee for us, which we're gonna capture. So you see, because of that light, of light number 3, the spotlight, it highlights top of our coffee maker, plus it highlights top of the cream, the coffee, right? Which looks really nice. Without that light, without light number 3, it will be quite different story. This is without, right? Quite different story. Not much difference for the coffee maker, but huge difference for the coffee cup, okay? And again, when I was shooting very first time, it was natural way to think, how it's going to be highlighted. When we have something with a top surface to be highlighted, like that creamer, and the camera on angle, like from shooting from top, of course, the natural way to think that we need to highlight it from top. So the light is really on top and it highlights it. Spotlight, okay? Awesome. Now, that glass added another challenge for us. Let's do a shot. Well, let's switch to... We don't see any reflection on the cup, on the glass cup, and it doesn't look nice. Well, we have some spot, probably refracting through it. That spot which highlights top goes through the bottom and highlights it, right? But other than this, it's like a black hole. It's flat. You don't see that its cap is rounded. And you remember, we photographers, we work with 2D media because all is, well, so far it's 2D, our computer screens or prints. And we need to make sure that all our subjects, whatever we shoot, has the volume look not flat. And to make it look like this, if it's matte, we use shadow and highlights to give the shape. Again, it's part level 1 course, starting in studio photography. It's great explanation there, and I show in practice how to make the volume from any subject to make it not look flat. Here, because it's glossy, it's a glass, we need to do a gradient. So highlights and shadow is only a reflection from the diffuser where you can have highlights and shadow, okay? And where reflection will be coming here? Given the angle, we probably can put something maybe on this side, but it's already occupied space and I don't want to kind of change nice gradient which we're getting on this kind of head of our coffee maker. So I'm choosing this place because it's empty. And this is why we have this one more strip box. And you see all strip boxes, spotlights and strip boxes. In most cases, for product photographer, it's enough. You may not need squares of boxes, large of boxes. You definitely will not need umbrellas, but what you will need, strip boxes, diffusers, a lot of different sizes, and spotlights. and it will give you 99%. It will cover 99% of shooting situations. So light is here. Bam. The light, this is, you see, it's not a broncolor. For now, I have 4 heads used for broncolor, and 1 more head is there, but I don't have softbox for it, so I'm using different light. But because it's Einstein and it has color mode, meaning constant color temperature, it gives same color temperature as a broncolor, which is great. Plus, it's built in optical slave, so it pop-ups just based on the light which pop-ups around. Okay, so what do we get? We did get a tiny reflection from this strip box on our glass. It's better than nothing, right? But it's definitely not enough, at least to me. It's just a line. It's not giving us a shape. You need to shape. How are we gonna get a shape? Diffuser. Let's call our saver diffuser. Why am I talking like this? So here we position in our diffuser. Okay. We probably need it lower in this case. And let's see what can we do. And we position the light. Okay. You see how it created a gradient here, right? And there's a gradient because I'm positioning light on the angle, right? There is gradient going on. Cock a shutter. Do a boom. Okay, so we have something, but it's very tiny. It's almost invisible. It's almost invisible, meaning that it's not enough power. So I'm going to adjust it, maybe get closer, right? When we're getting closer to our subject, we are getting better chance to give more light to it. Plus, I can always try to bump up the power of the light, okay? It was about 400 watt second, now it's a maximum 640 watt second. Okay, for this Einstein. By the way, Einstein is great power, 640 watt second, but comparing to broncolor, it's nothing. Because it's maybe not enough. Okay, so you see, we got some interesting stuff. We got nice bright reflection from this new diffuser on our metal, right? You see it here. And you also got nice gradient over here. It's not really visible, but it's okay. It's already okay. So from here to here. We also got nice reflection here, which is not bad at all. And we also got from this to this, again from this to this. We got nice reflection here, right? On the base of our coffee maker, the base got the reflection. So it's nice now. It's much better than it used to be. We're getting closer to the final shot. Okay, we're getting closer to the final shot. Let me see if, well, what can we do to bump up power of this light? I cannot increase power output from the strobe. The diffuser is what I have, right? It probably eats one f-stop. What else? There is a trick, little trick for you. Softbox has front diffuser, right? And on most softboxes it's detachable. So it's probably eats one more f-stop. If I peel it away and will leave only internal diffuser, it will be still strip box. And because we use diffuser, it's okay, right? It's okay to have the strip box without the diffuser, because it's still diffuser in front of it. And you see, let me check. Yes, we got brighter reflection. We got brighter reflection. We got another some reflection which I don't like. What is this? Let me check. You know, I'm talking about this little strange angle. I don't know why it's not straight, so I want to check to see. So this is kind of strange. Okay. You know what's funny? What's really funny? Now I see. The reflection on the glass is a reflection from the table. And I just found it. Oh, cool. It's a reflection from the table. Of course, glass cup, coffee cup is a little bit like this. It's a cone. So it gets reflection, according to law of reflection of the angle, from the table. So what do we need to do? What can we do? I can try to get closer to it, right? Get a little bit higher and make that reflection a little bit stronger. Okay? Make that reflection a little bit stronger if it will be possible. And stronger reflection, we just need to probably change the angle of our when we get a reflection on the flat surface. Angle like this will produce less brightness than angle like this, right? More light will be reflected on sharper angle. On that angle, it will be less light. So, yes, we got it. And we got still a little bit of kind of strange thing which I'm not going to fight, okay? That's another thing. I just looking at the time, and it was an idea to show you the whole behind the scene in 1 hour. Time is running out, and we can kind of translate this to, let's say, customers sitting, art buyers, and kind of, oh man, it's already 5 hours, and it should be done. You can fight for this little strange curve, or you can fix it in Photoshop. It's a black coffee and bright. And if you have vertical line, then it goes a little bit like this. In Photoshop, it's much easier just to, cover with, make it straight. Just paint it or whatever, you use the pickup color, and so it's easy, okay? And Photoshop may save you time and will make you look actually better. What else? Before we start pouring the coffee, the last piece, it's a coffee coming from it. Idea. It was actually, before we start shooting, the idea was to have that spot which is behind, on the bottom, the reflection from that spot on the bottom under the subject. A coffee color spot. And how we do this? Gel. So let me put gel on the light which I have behind, okay? I'm gonna put gel on it. And you see that spot behind become orange. And I may think that we may need a little bit more power, okay? A little bit more power, because gel usually eats some power. And here we go. We got that spot. It's nice color of coffee. And it also, we got reflection on top. It may be good, maybe not. Right? That reflection on top of our coffee maker is kind of orange. If it's not good, we're gonna use this one, the previous shot, right? If it's good, we can use this one. So no worry, we can always do a composite. Now I'm kind of thinking about the bottom. Okay, we got a shot. Now we need to turn it on. Okay. We need to put a new coffee. Let me check if there is a coffee there. Yeah, there is a coffee cup. Let me bring new one, and we'll pour a new coffee. Okie dokie. This is how an espresso coffee looks like. We put it really carefully without trying to change anything. And of course we need to clean this. And we'll make a nice new coffee, okay? Okay, so we got nice clean cup. We positioned it where it needs to be. Okay. Coffee is ready. We are ready. And I'm pressing long coffee. Okay. This Alex? Hi, yes. Sounds good. I'm there. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Okay. So we got some coffee, right? We got some coffee, and I was shooting during the pouring it. There is a steam coming out of coffee, and this steam makes our chrome, which is on top, to be wet, sweating, and it's not good. So now we are ready for final shot. We have a coffee, now we need to start pouring another coffee. I'll be making short coffee cup, but before we need to make sure it looks good and it's ready for the final shot, okay? I'm blowing all dust, all possible dust. You see, this is what I do. Then I'm pouring water, okay? I'm pouring additional water behind to the tank because it doesn't look nice, okay? So I need to make sure that it's maximum water there, because if you were watching carefully, you've seen here that it was some sweating part on the tank, which is not good. So we put it, it looks all nice. We don't have any steam, which is actually a little bit over there. Maybe you need to clean it manually. A little bit on this side. Well, it was not the best idea to touch it actually, so compressed air may help it better. Now, it all looks good. Short coffee. Okay. Here we go.